to the greatest.
Hey, you know JayRay got girls here going way, 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 way.
What's going on? Don't stop looking at me. That's why I was awkward the first time. Look, this is episode. No, this is part 2. We're not doing vulnerability this time, but yeah, we back. Sorry for the hiatus. I feel like stop looking at me. God dang, this is why I was awkward the first time. We got a new member of the vulnerability gang, young Kaylin. You don't want to introduce yourself?
Okay.
Yeah, we still awkward, y'all. Ain't nothing changed. But yeah, we gonna go ahead. Y'all got some topics though.
You don't want to start us off?
I told y'all to bring the. Go ahead, Grace. Go ahead.
But you.
Nah, go ahead. No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Grace.
But you had your topics.
I lost them.
You just said
you said you got a surprise.
Them.
You said you had a surprise, so go ahead, surprise me, Grace.
Oh yeah, I remember what you said.
No, Grace. We go with that. You wanted to surprise us, so go ahead, Grace. This is Grace Waterston again. Shay Bathai, Kaylin / twin them. Is your last name Robertson?
No, it's
Andrews.
Oh, I never know. All right, go ahead. Oh, shit, in my face.
Okay, for me, one thing that I've been learning this semester is that words matter. Words matter a lot. Even when you joke. Because, man, it's been a trying time this semester. Not gonna lie. With just being watchful of, like, what I say, how I say it. Knowing when to be quiet. When to speak. Yeah, that's all I got as of right now. And especially with, I'm learning how to deal with people.
Still?
Like, it's different.
I thought you cut everybody, No. I thought you got rid of the bad apples in the bunch, in your bunch. So I thought you like.
But that still doesn't mean that you know how to handle people.
Oh, tight shit. Okay. Break it down then. Because I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at Kayla, like, well, I don't know where you going with this one. But then now I got it. Now.
Because just because you get rid of the bad apples, that doesn't mean that you
learn how to deal with people. Yeah.
Yes.
So what you mean by like deal with people?
Everybody is different. You cannot sway a person to be just like you because God created everybody individually, everybody uniquely. Like, it's like in a marriage when you're trying to combine two people together in their worlds and you're trying to figure out, like, okay, how do we mesh this together? It's the same when communicating with folks, trying to be friends with folks. Like, you're trying to take your two different backgrounds and try to figure out how to coincide with one another. Just because I got rid of my bad apples, what if I was still bad on the inside?
So actually reevaluating yourself and acknowledging that, hey, even though I'm taking a few of these apples out of the basket, what if I'm the apple that's actually the rotten apple and causing the other apples around me to be rotten? So like that.
Mm-hmm. Are you catching my drift?
A little bit, yeah. It sounds like a lot of overthinking.
I feel like it's not overthinking.
What do you think, Kaylin?
What's your definition of overthinking?
Because I got what you're saying. Like, you You still learn how to. What do you mean like? What do you mean by like learning how to deal with people? Learn how to like treat people.
Mm-hmm.
Like deal in certain situations like that. Like that's what you're talking about.
Like dealing with people on an everyday basis, whether it's on my job, here at school, just in like simple interactions with people, like saying hey to folks.
You don't know how to deal. What you saying? You don't know how to deal with people? Ain't you gonna be a nurse?
I am, but not everyone is like me. Like, how do I deal with the response of, okay, like, what if someone doesn't want to say hey back to me? Like, how do I deal with my own feelings? I can't get mad at the person just because they didn't want to say hey to me.
But you just answered your question.
I know, but I'm giving you like examples of what I'm talking about.
My fault. Let me stop for you. Let me chill out for this goddamn pop up on this podcast.
I'm not gonna pop off at you.
Okay. Well, you say you learn how to deal with people, so I don't know how you know.
She know how to deal with you.
Yeah, because look, y'all, she had to learn how to deal with you in the beginning of the semester.
Damn, Grace, you had to learn how to deal with me in the beginning of the semester?
It's with everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. Y'all look through y'all little...
I ain't go through nothing. So if you could let me know what we're going through, I ain't know nothing.
Okay.
So how do you think you can fix it? I ain't gonna lie, that's why I'm trying to like, I didn't think we was gonna go down this road. I thought we was gonna have more of a up here, high level conversation. Like more happy, enjoying, like we're getting a little too deep. It's not a bad thing, just I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready for it, I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
What's your question?
I was asking, how you think you gonna... That's very broad though, Grace. Like, I see what you're saying though, but at the same time, it's like...
Because for me, life. It's self-evaluation. Like, I've been heavy on self-evaluating myself. Because it's just like, I'm learning, okay, even though I'm a silent person, I've found my voice. Now, was the way that I found my voice,
What do you mean, like trying to speak up for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tight shit, okay.
But I don't want to do it in a way that is rude or condescending. So I'm trying to figure out how to work the situation that happened.
Oh, now I follow you. You trying to figure out ways to be, I guess not to act on your intrusive thoughts, kind of deal with certain situations professionally. Is that what you're saying?
Just all the way around, like how I approach people in my friendships, acquaintanceships, work relationships, because it's all different.
So what are you doing to like improve that, I guess?
Well, me, I went to God, because I was like, God, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, I need you to like clean me out, because I was like,
no, I keep going. Don't mind my facial expression. That's exactly. You know what? Nah, that's a perfect example of when you be making facial expression, I'll be So yeah, but no, I would just go. Just go ahead. Go finish.
Okay, so like I went to God, and I was like, okay, like even though I said I need you to clean me out, did I know what that was gonna look like? He didn't tell me what that was gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
In a few hours, like pretty much he was showing me like, okay, this is what's inside of you. Everything inside of you is not always good. So then I was like, okay, like how do I clean this up? The closer I get to Jesus, the more he keeps showing me like, okay, these are the flaws and things that you have inside of you. And just being more spirit-led instead of trying to think in my flesh.
Shay, any comments? Cause you been sitting there smiling and nodding, smiling. You saying?
May I? Okay.
She asked permission. Like, what y'all got going on?
Because
I think she knows where I'm going with this. That's why I asked permission, because it had to deal with.
Oh, it's like a little inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what Grace was talking about, it had to do with us. Some of it had to do with us. No marriage, but friendships. Whew. Man, friendships are kind of like a marriage. So like me and Grace's friendship, we almost stopped being friends, like for real.
Oh shit! What the tea? Hold on, let me my chef.
Stop. But are you serious?
Yeah, I'm about to punch.
But like all jokes.
We get into the juicy.
And if you look at the podcast last year, for what I'm about to say, it's like two completely different people. Why you look like the lamp that be on the pit? Sorry, let's stop. Sorry, but we almost like broke up as friends, and like I was so over Grace. Like I was like, God, let me see Grace for what she is and not what I was seeing. I was over it at the time.
Why did y'all almost break up? Because y'all seem like y'all used to balance well. I feel like y'all did change over to summer though. Like so,
we changed.
Y'all switched roles. Kind of seems like.
No, we just for you it may be like we switched roles. I just learned how to navigate certain aspects of myself a little bit better and mitigate the way I talk to people and I approach people. And it's just like, but for people like, oh you changed, Shay. But for me, I feel like, well, I have changed, but it's in a better aspect. But for me and Grace's friendship, I think, what's the root cause? I just didn't like the way Grace she was finding her voice, but the way she was finding her voice, for me, it was rude and disrespectful, because she was like, she was such a quiet person, and she doesn't like yell, raise her voice, but Grace got bold. So
it seems to me like she was holding a lot in last semester, and then as she coming out with it, she didn't know how to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It came out as she was holding back instead of healing from that first and then learning how to.
Yeah. And like the way that it was said, it was very much like, who you talking to? And I'm going to tell you.
Because you ain't going to lie, you tried it a couple of times beginning to mess with me too. But I didn't know if you was for real or not. But I was, I know how to turn everything into a joke. So, you know what I'm saying? But if it ever came to the hands, Grace, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just playing. All right, go ahead.
But I didn't like the way she was talking to me, and I checked her about it. Like, right off bat, I'm like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Don't do it again. And, of course, it happened again. So I had to remove myself from her. And I think we spent, like, almost 2 months. A month?
It was a month.
It was a month. Like, we didn't talk to each other because I was just over it and she was over it. And I truly told her how I felt about her. And she told me how she felt about me. And I was like, oof. Gracie can go into that more than I can, because I was like, oof.
Oh, but y'all got through it. And look
we did. Well, we're still. It's like counseling. We're in counseling right now. We're still going through it, but I was so ready, and I had to learn. Just because you go through hard times with a friendship, don't mean to drop your friends. Because for me, if you disturb my peace, I'm dropping you, because nothing is worth my peace. But then I had to realize that this friendship, I wanted to last a long time and not to just be for the season while I'm in college. So I had to understand and give Grace some grace and allow her to grow as a person.
That's beautiful. I'm glad y'all grew from that. Why y'all laughing? It's crazy. I hope y'all know, like, when I first came here, I was laughing. Nobody was laughing. Now I'm trying to be serious. Everybody want to laugh. When I was trying to make jokes, ain't nobody want to laugh. But it's cool. But it's really, yeah. I never knew that. I would never have guessed that either. But, yeah. Glad I went in the mix of that. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I mean, it was. We were grown adults about it, though.
Was you around when that was happening? Oh, you came after they fixed it.
I guess so.
No, but it wasn't her business to know, though. We were going through it, but it wasn't her business to know.
Yeah, because y'all not like a.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna tell my business out there like that, but especially if it has to do with something so vulnerable to me.
But y'all, good and still working through it right now. Okay.
We're working through it, yeah. Who's laughing?
I don't know. Y'all still was handshake while I was. All right, go ahead. My fault. Yeah, my fault. Kayla, where you at with you got anything you want to share, event?
No.
She just here,
I
y'all.
don't.
She just here.
Okay, can I get one of my topics?
Is it like is it deep or is
No, it's not deep. Well, it's not that deep. It's not like anything Grace would say.
Yeah, because Grace kind of started off. I ain't gonna lie, Grace. You started
Sorry.
off straight into it.
Sorry,
Like,
sorry, jumped in the deep end.
yeah.
But for real though,
I mean, but this is a safe place. Like, this is a venting place for you.
I just had to reevaluate myself.
Okay. At what age should adults start respecting their child or the children?
What kind of topic?
No,
I should have just did 13 questions.
No,
I should have just looked up some shit on YouTube.
Listen, because like adults, like you could be a grown adult and your parents still don't talk to you.
What you trying to say? You don't respect your parents? Like,
no.
Because I'm trying to figure out how you
parents
came
showed
up with this
respect
topic.
to their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what age should your parents?
This don't correlate to us though. We black. We know we gonna get our ass whooped.
Yeah,
this
so
is really going towards
That's
the other
crazy.
race.
I don't get no.
Where you from?
Yeah.
I don't get no. Like
This
I
ain't
can
even
have,
a question. Like,
I can have.
I might get my ass whooped just for this for talking about this topic.
That's crazy. No, I don't believe that's correct, and you should be able to talk to your parents. Like I can tell my mom right now, like, oh, I didn't agree with what she just did.
That's different. You said it like respect. Respect and disagreeing are two different things.
Well, it comes in a respectful manner though. Like my mom respects me. Like she'll heed to my advice if I tell her like, oh, I think you should do X, Y, and Z. If it's valid, but agreeing, disagreeing,
The same case for you.
and respect are three different things.
Y'all feel like y'all don't feel like your parents respect you now that you're a little bit older?
I'm trying to understand where the fuck you lost respect for your parents at.
No,
Like,
not you lose respect.
I'm just curious. I know I sound like I'm coming at you, but I'm like dead ass curious. I'm like, I've never seen
No, you know how some
situation
parents
with two black,
No, okay. My question was, I guess I didn't state it correctly, but at what age should adults start talking with respect to their kids? Like, you know how some adults be like, oh, they talk at you.
Crazy.
Yeah, they talk at you, but they don't talk to you.
I think they should start as soon as they come out the womb.
But you see how you was just talking about whooping and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah,
So
that was the old day,
Yeah, so that's not realistic.
No, I thought she was on the other side. I was like, when should kids start?
Oh, no. The other side. Yeah, the whole whooping thing. But, like, I don't think parents would respect their kids, and they should respect their kids.
I don't think it's respect. I think it's just, it's like passed down. Like, like I've taught.
Like generational trauma?
I don't want to say generational trauma. It's like, you ever heard when people like, I got whooping, so I'm going to whoop my kids.
Yeah.
It's like, the way I look at it, and I used to talk to my friends about it is, but don't you want to be kind of a different parent, like a better parent than your parent? Like, not to say your parent weren't good, but you always want to be better than what it is. Like, I always look at it like that. Like, the mistakes my dad made with me, and then the good things he did with me, I take both of those, and I try to,
Question, would you whoop your kid?
No. Because what is violence of? Got it from Will Smith. But we going to talk about them later. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? And then he slapped Chris Rock. I was like, damn. I was like, damn. But because I was, I forgot what I was watching. You know, you just get stuck in the rabbit hole watching YouTube. You end up watching highlights, and then you end up watching ridiculousness and some crazy. And I was just watching Will Smith talk about how he's never laid hands on his kids because he's seen, he used to see his father put hands on his mother. And so I guess it kind of hit him in a different way, more than just not putting hands on a woman and just realizing like violence doesn't solve anything. If there's something going on, we can communicate, we can talk, and even go into children, not just relationships, so. So yeah.
Okay, d'accord.
Anyway, all right. What do you think, Kayla?
I just feel like some parents, since they're like, I don't know how to say this, but like since they're a parent, they like say you need to stay in the kid's place, so they treat you as that. So like I'm the parent, so you need to listen to me no matter what, So like no matter like your opinion or like you trying to be mature about it, there's like I'm the parent, so you need to listen or whatever. Yeah.
So they're just a whole bunch of authoritative type of parenting, because there's like so many different types of parenting, and I feel like as the black community, it's just like, oh, do as I say because I said so. No question asked. I run this, and you're gonna follow exactly what I say. Yeah, I wasn't raised like that, so I feel like that's probably why I have a lot of different views, and I'm just so.
Yeah, I think a lot of parents don't. They need to teach and talk. You know, because it's funny because you never heard like certain comedians or certain people. We talk about how like white people talk to their kids like they're adults, but in retrospect, like that's low key how you should teach your kids. Yeah. So, I was listening to this podcast one time, Spears and Steinberg podcast. I'm gonna keep quoting it. And he had a dude on there, as another comedian, a Mexican comedian. He was talking about how he raises his kids. Like he literally teaches his daughter not to cry when she wants something or she's hungry. He teaches her, hey, we don't cry, we speak. We communicate what we want. And I thought that was just like a huge thing, and I think that's something that should be spread across the world knowledge-wise for other parents, because that's some real shit. I mean, how do you try to raise a kid to be an adult, but you treat them like a kid their whole life?
Yeah. And I think we see it in this generation now. A lot of kids and young adults can't do a lot for themselves. Like, they don't know how to do laundry. They don't know how to... There's, like, so many different... Parenting is a very big spectrum, and I think the black community look at white parenting as a whole, as, oh, passive parenting.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if Jimmy wants something, Jimmy's gonna get it. Yeah. But that's not how all white
some
parenting
of them,
is.
Yeah, not
some of it, like, you can't generalize and say, oh, whole communities like that. Like, not all black community parents raise their kids to be like an authoritative type of manner, be like, hey, this is your way. But I think it just depends on how you raise your kid, and what people don't understand, the way you raise your kid is a reflection of what your kid will become. Because if you continue to just yell at that and demand them, that gives them the higher chance to have GAD, which is general anxiety disorder, and low self-esteem. But people don't realize, and that's why there's so much underlying mental health issues in the black community, but people are not understanding the correlation between parenting. Sorry,
Yeah.
didn't mean to go on a bio rant.
Okay.
Sorry.
It kind of makes sense. I ain't never look at it like that. Like, you know, parents give us chores and stuff to do, but they never explain to us why we're doing it. It's more like, just do it and do it because I said do it. Yeah.
And the way I was raised was more like, it's not authoritative. I think it's authoritative. Hopefully I'm saying it right. But it's basically, I was able to elaborate in how I felt. So people don't scare me, and I can say how I feel with no, like, fear of, like, someone's going to persecute me, because my parents gave me the right to, if I did something wrong, I can justify, oh, I did this because
so
X, Y, and Z.
So they taught you how to
I can communicate, and I communicate effectively. So that taught me, that's why I don't think I get in arguments a lot, because I can communicate why I felt. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get punished, but that means I still have the place to express how I'm feeling and why I felt that. And they gave me a safe space for my voice to feel like it's heard. It was never just, shut up, Shay, I don't want to hear it. It's very much like, why'd you do this, Shay, X, Y, and Z? But I might still, have to sit in the corner, but at least I got to explain. Or sometimes they'll be like, okay, you know what, that's a valid reason, no punishment. So I'm like,
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Look at you.
And I think that's why I can just talk to a lot of people.
Tight shit.
No bio rant, sorry.
Kaylee, ain't got no topic?
No.
You just here. You just twin. You just here.
I didn't know I had to come with any, so I didn't.
Yeah. Shay was supposed to. Yeah. We're going to blame it
You
on Shay.
are?
Ah.
Okay, I'll take it. Okay, when do you start getting realistic with yourself and stop something that's not working for you?
Oh, Lord Jesus. 7 years ago. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't know where you were going.
I didn't know where I was going either. I was just playing. Okay, so can you repeat the question?
Okay.
Grace, you all right? You just digesting everything.
Okay, when do you start getting realistic with yourself and stop something that's not for you?
That's very broad. Can you give me like an example?
Anything, like it could be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you just answered anything.
Me what?
Okay, with me, like our situation. Okay, so
Pop out then.
So I feel like there is no certain age, because you could be 42 and you still be in the same cycles. So for me, having people that are very self-aware, not only of themselves, but of who they're around. So like always having people who are very truthful, honest, because self-awareness is something else. When you look in the mirror at yourself, it forces yourself to be honest with yourself. Like, okay, what are things that I see in me that I like? What are things that I see in me that I don't like?
I feel like sometimes you can't.
That's why
It's hard to. It's like I feel like you got to go through those situations to see that, because sometimes you
Yes.
can't just. I ain't gonna lie, I've been going through it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. They laugh too much. I've been going through it. I've been going through that same, like what she was talking. That's why I was like, it gotta be specific with.
Okay, well, how do you make it specific to your situation?
Continue, Grace. Continue, Grace.
Because for me, I had to have. Okay, well, God used her basically to help me see, like, okay, Grace, you need to work on yourself. Even though I consciously do that, it's just sometimes people are not ready to work on themselves. And so with self-discovery, basically you come to the conclusion of like, okay, at some point you're going to reach a point where you're like, okay, I don't have the strength to do this anymore. I don't want to keep going in the same cycle. Like, something's got to give. It's like when you're at your lowest low. I was at my lowest low. So I had no other direction but to look up. And so I was like, okay, God, like, I know these are things that I need to work on. That's why I asked him. I said, please, like, clean me out. Show me me. Even if it's ugly, still show me me. Did I know the way that he was going to show me me? No. But I can appreciate it looking hindsight. Like, okay, these are lessons that I will have with me to be able to show me, like, okay, this is someone that I don't want to be ever again. And just being more aware, because I'm able to catch myself. If I see myself falling in the same pattern, like, before I even let the words fall out my mouth or perform an action or whatever, I can have that self-check with myself to be like, okay, this is a person that I said that I didn't want to go back to. Going back to my same old mindset of just like, okay, like, I don't want to talk about my feelings. I just want to shut down. I promised, I made a vow to myself that I would no longer do that. That I didn't want to be like that anymore. So it all just depends on if your willingness to be open to change. Because if you're not ready, people can tell you all day long, like, you need to do X, Y, Z. You need to be like this. You need to be like that. It's the old saying, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. The person has to come to the realization themselves. You can show a person in the mirror all day long, like, hey, this is you, this is you, this is you. But if a person refuses to look at themselves, then they're just going to be stuck in the same cycle. And I promised myself, I was like, I don't want to be the same person as I was last year. Because I was like, things have to change. Because these are things that I don't want to pass down to my kids if I ever have any. Or they're just not good qualities to have in general when dealing with different folks and dealing with people. And so, for me, my self-awareness has come quick, but that's only because of God for me. I can't speak for anybody else.
I'm intrigued. Go ahead, Jared.
Go ahead. You the one. That was your topic.
No, to start conversation.
Can you read the question again?
Okay, I got. When did you start getting realistic with yourself and stop something that wasn't working for you?
Yo, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
No, like last few weeks.
What happened?
Oh, you want me to elaborate?
I mean, yeah.
I
can't-
Know what
I
it
can't-
is.
Huh?
I want to know what it is.
Yeah, twit it in.
Come on, Twin. I thought we was. I thought we
We locked it, right? It's us.
All right. I ain't gonna get too specific. Just gonna list 2-3 things. Nah, we're gonna list like 2 things. Friendships for the most part. Like to what you were saying. I just feel like that's what I'm saying. It's hard to see it sometimes because sometimes you unconsciously are being that person or having those habits, and it's like I seen it, but I didn't see it at the same time. So I give you an example. So, like the people I deem friends, who I don't really want to be friends with anymore. It was like things that we would do when I go back home, and I noticed they weren't attaining to my growth. And I don't hang with them, only bring out the bad habits that I have. Like I would never grow. And then I come up here and I hang with people like y'all, who like we've never been as close as the people back home. But I grow when I'm with y'all. Like I learn different things. We have above level conversations. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I can talk to y'all about certain situations, whereas I can't do that back home with those people. But it's the thing of being comfortable too. Sometimes I learn I'd be too comfortable. But it's unconscious. It's unconscious. It's unconscious though. Chill. Chill. I get nervous when I start sounding like I'm knowing something. Yeah.
Okay, when I have your head too much.
But yeah, I usually get too comfortable. But you don't notice it until shit hits the fan, like you at your lowest. And then my other thing is with women, but we not really against that. I just learned I gotta. With that, I start learning to be my truth, live my truth. Damn, I said be my truth, and just live in honesty. Because sometimes I think I'm honest, and then sometimes I'm really kind of honest, but I'm not. You know, like we 75% there where I need to be 100. You know what I'm saying? Especially with people I like, or sometimes. You remember we talked about on the Vulnerability podcast when he was like,
Is he talking so low? You remember what he's talking about?
it's hard for me to talk about this, man. I'm trying to get it out. But
Okay.
That's
look,
okay.
yeah,
It's a
so
safe space.
yeah. Don't start.
It is.
Yeah, it is. But you remember you was talking about your issues with people, like it's hard to let them in because you also want to have this wall up. But in order to let them in, you have to have the wall down, and it's like I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'll give you an example. It's like let's say there was a scenario where me and this person weren't talking, and the first few months were great, and now we finally hit that point where we going through something, so let's see if we can get through it. And let's say it is at a point where we don't know if we can get through it. And now, being who I am, me personally, it's hard for me to say how I feel because we're at this rocky point that if I say how I feel, it can go either ways. It can go, I can express how I feel, and that person might have moved on, or I can say how I feel, and then we can move forward. But it's like I don't really want that second part to happen, so I might not just say nothing at all, just to save myself from. You see what I'm saying? So,
I do see what you're saying.
yeah, but you see, like, I had to grow from that.
A little too much, because
That was too much.
I had to humble myself too. In our
Yeah.
friendship, I had to humble myself. But articulation was never my issue. My issue was dealing with people like y'all.
now my issue was articulating my feelings, because
Yeah, because that shit hurt, man.
Because
Like,
if I don't
damn,
want
like,
to talk about something, I would shut down. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
sometimes
wanna
I
talk
do that
The
too.
shutting
just-
down is not.
Yeah, I do that too
It
sometimes.
doesn't help if you truly want a relationship to thrive and continue to grow. Shutting down does nothing.
Yeah, but you got to understand too, though. I see what you say. We see what you're saying, but
Do y'all?
no, we see, because we talked about this on the like, when you have to let that wall down, you're letting everything down. And I'm very emotional. Like, when it hurts, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't just hang around nobody. I'm not just telling you this because I like telling my personal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm giving you everything I got right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't work out or you hit me with some bullshit, that shit gonna hurt. It's gonna bring me to my lowest. That's where I was when I was at my lowest. It was
okay.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's emotionally exhausting for the other person to continue to be like, oh, I'm asking them what's wrong, and they're saying nothing, but I know something is bothering them. Oh, that's going to make the person do two one things. If they're emotionally mature, they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to give you time and space, one. Or B, if the person's not emotionally mature enough, they're going to be like, oh, since you acting like that, I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to pull back and just let you be. And then you feel the pullback, and you feel like, oh, I'm definitely not going to express how I feel because they're pulling back. Right or wrong?
Well, like I said, it just all depends on where y'all friendship is. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you can't base a relationship, whether it's intimate or it's friendship, you can't base that shit off time. You still get to know a person every year because we all evolve.
Yeah.
So I think from where me and Grace are coming from is, like, for y'all known each other for like 2 or 3 years. But you see how y'all have changed over the summer.
Yeah.
So even for her to talk about her feelings, it's almost like, which person am I talking to? Am I talking to Shay from last semester? I'm talking to Shay this semester. Will she react the same way she react last semester, or will she react I know how she reacts? And then the other thing is, we're not used to opening up.
Yeah.
I know for me, like, at least Grace opens up to her mother. She can talk to her mother. I've said on the last episode, I can't even. There's no one for me to talk to. So when I'm at my lowest, I'm really at my lowest, because it hurts for me to even know that I don't have nobody to really talk to. So.
Didn't we just talk about this the other day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. I don't want to do you like I did Kaylin. Don't make me read you. But like,
You always try to read me and you never get it right, so it ain't matter. Yeah, no, it's just like.
Kaylin, do I need to humble him real quick? No, let me not do that. I'm joking. But like, for me and Grace, if you really have a true friend, they're gonna understand and give you some grace so you can grow on yourself. Cause I had to learn to give Grace some grace so she can grow on herself, so she can better articulate to me. I understand what you're saying. Like, oh, you don't understand if what person you're getting, the same person or the old person, but any friendship you have, you want to make sure that they're a safe space for you. Like, Grace can tell me directly if she like, I need a safe space. She can tell me exactly how she feel, and I have no right to be offended. Look at him. I have no right to be offended because as a friend, I'm her safe space. And when I want Grace to be a safe space for me, I'll tell her about herself, and she'll be like, okay, and take it all in.
But sometimes even if you know that, somebody tell you that, it's still hard. Like, you have to make a decision
hurts.
in your head. You still have to make that decision.
I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt, but my reaction is not going to be based solely on... My reaction is not going to be based on, oh, I want to hurt you back since you hurt me, because that's just immature. I'm going to take it in like
being spiteful.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be spiteful because that's not what love is in a friendship.
I feel what you're saying, though, because I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of starting over in my... you be fitting good in words. But, like, as far as friends, I feel like the people that, are watching this now that are, probably going to realize they're not my friends anymore. But that's how I feel like. I feel like that, too. I feel like they're not a safe space. But it took me time. Like, I was just too comfortable where I was. Sometimes I would feel it, ignore it, and then just keep moving past it.
Did you articulate that?
Did you? Yeah.
I feel like I can. I don't think they can.
You see?
Some of those people can't even comprehend that. But once you learn that, no, I'm not even.
Look, I can't even.
No, but I'm dead serious. Some people are so immature, or they haven't even reached that level of some sort of mental capacity to where we can even have that conversation. But it took me time to realize that as I had to grow on myself.
See, now I'm on a different.
Yeah, because if I truly did that, because I felt in our friendship, me and Grace's friendship, I felt like, can I say this? At one point, I was above Grace. And I'm just like, no, don't look at me like that. Once no, not pas comme ça, not like that. Not like that. In the sense of emotional maturity, like able to articulate the feelings. And it's hard to deal with someone who doesn't want to articulate their feelings when you're trying to build a long-lasting friendship. It's exhausting. It truly is. So at one point when we're going through our rift, I was just like, I don't want to be friends with Grace. Now, if I didn't tell her that, if I didn't tell her, but she felt that. That's the crazy thing. She's going to feel something before I actually say it. But if I didn't tell her, hey, I don't like when you do X, Y, and Z, if she's really a friend, she's going to change what I don't like about her if it doesn't make sense.
And that's why I disagree, because I don't feel like, sometimes I feel like you can, if it all depends, bro.
If it's beneficial.
Because I don't want, because I've been to friendships where I just expressed how I felt, and then I said, let's just go separate ways. Because I also don't want you to change who you are.
You see?
But I don't want them to change who they are based off of our relationship. If that's who you are, if you're like that stubborn, sometimes you can't listen, like that's just you. You're gonna have to grow from that on yourself. I want you to change for you if you're willing to do that. I don't want you to change for me.
No, parce que a friend is supposed to bring the best out of you. So if I see an imperfection, my love is going to cover that imperfection, but I'm going to keep it real with you. You should want your friend to be the best person they're going to be. So if you know this is not going to help them long term, you should be like, hey, yo, I love you. This right here is not going to work long term. And if I want my friend to have a lasting relationship with not just me, but other people and a husband, if you don't know how to communicate, that's not going to work.
And I do that. But I see people don't take my advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm saying they're not at that mental maturity yet to see. And you,
Do you tell them then give them space? Huh?
What do you mean give them space?
Give them space to work on it. They need space. They need isolation.
Nigga, we've been friends for 10 years. Shit, like, damn.
But
I was the one who told you your girlfriend wasn't for you. I was the one who told, and then shit happens, and then now you crying to me about it.
They
you know what I'm
gotta
saying?
learn the hard way.
And then you going back to her, like I can't. But that's just an example. That's not realistic. But I'm just saying that shit I do. Like I want the best for my friends sometimes.
But sometimes they have to learn the hard way, and you can never say, oh, I told you.
Yeah, so. And I'm not gonna be there for that. I know that it sounds bad, but it's just like because I'm not gonna sit there and see you hurt yourself type shit. Like I'm not.
Okay, I see it.
Remember we were talking about I know that sounded so harsh, but it's like,
ooh, Grace.
It's like we had a conversation, right? And we was talking about because it was an Instagram video where this dude this dude and his girlfriend was at a subway train station. The girl was in the other dude's face, and then he hit her. And we were talking about would you in that predicament? How would you if you were the boyfriend and somebody hit your girlfriend? I was dead ass. I was like, it depends on what she did. If I'm a defender or not. I know what y'all saying. Like, as a man, yes, I should defend her. But you also gotta look at the fact that like,
right is right.
Nigga, you in the face of a nigga with a ski mask. You gotta think about my life and your life. Why the fuck would you put us in that situation? And then second, like my initial response was I would probably try to grab her, try to de-escalate the situation. But if she keep going, I'm gonna walk away.
Some people just deserve an ass whooping.
Somebody, that's what I said. Some people deserve to see, because, if it's almost like if I pull her out of that situation, that just gives her a green light, like, damn, I'm going to just do it again, because I know I can just keep doing it.
Yeah, he gonna ride even when I'm in the wrong.
But you see how y'all can understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You see how y'all was here, and then y'all was like, hold on, and then y'all was like, yeah.
No.
Them niggas don't understand that. We was arguing for that for 3 hours.
No. Like, let it be known, I disagree with you.
But I'm saying, but you see what I'm saying,
that point right there,
yeah,
valid point. But the whole, I'm gonna let my friend go through the situation and then I'm gonna leave that friend. No,
but I tried to tell, I'm gonna try to tell her, because I can't. Damn, we can't talk until I take this girl out this nigga face. But if she don't want to change or she don't want to have that conversation, then
okay.
I ain't finna keep dealing with this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Every time you go out, you got an issue.
And it's like, Grace, stop making that face. Because I'm not saying I leave every situation, but it gets to a point where I get tired of just seeing you. Like, I'm the friend like you are. I get tired of seeing you stuck in this hole. Like, I want us all to grow. Mm-hmm. Like, one of my biggest issues growing up was sometimes I felt like I was being selfish, but I was actually too unselfish, and it stunted my growth sometimes. Like, when I had basketball aspiration and dreams, I was like 10 years old, and I had Kobe mindset of getting up and going to the gym every morning. And I wanted to bring my friend along, and sometimes I wouldn't go to the gym. If he didn't wake up, that I wouldn't go because I didn't want to go without him. And that would stunt my, my ability to grow. And that's how I look at it.
Okay. I get it. Well, in that aspect, we're similar, but you got to also understand that you can't just allow your friends to stunt your growth because I don't know, because what you're saying is just so contradicting, but I agree with it. Yeah, it is.
That's why I'm saying it's contradiction, because it's like, I don't want to leave them, but sometimes I have to in order for me, for my health and everything I got going on and my growth. And then also, like I said, these are people I've known for like 5-10 years plus.
You know what's so crazy? I haven't known Grace for that many years, but I'm telling you, the trials and tribulations we went through, it's like I've known this girl for 10 years. Because the things we've been through is, me and my best friend has been, well, she's not even, one of my friends that I've known for 10 years, we haven't gone to so much details like me and Grace have. Like, Grace honestly knows me more than my friend I've known for 10 years. And that speaks a lot of volume. But if I would have left Grace once I told her something and she didn't do it, like one time I told Grace to do something, she didn't do it. It took her like...
Yeah.
Because I wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready, but that's the thing. You got to allow your friends time to be ready to change. But sometimes you're like, I don't want to... I get it.
Yeah, because I was definitely like yelling. I'm like, damn, like...
I don't...
Nigga, we're almost 30. Like, what the fuck?
Because if you... Okay, if the person can't... If they refuse to, like, acknowledge it, see it...
If they acknowledge it, that's...
No, but that's what pisses me off, too. That's why I probably left out. Sometimes they acknowledge it, and they go right back on the bullshit.
Oh, you know what?
Like, goddamn.
You know what? I can't even lie. Yes, I hate when... Yeah, like, the whole complaining thing, like, I had to get over that. Like, I had certain friends who would just complain and nag. Oh, I want to do this. I want to be this. Go get it. I'm tired of just hearing dreamers. That's why I don't like dreamers. I like go-getters. Don't just sit in a dream. Go get it. If you like, I want to go, I want to build a habit and go swimming every morning or go work out every morning. Do it. Don't just say you want to do it. Oh, because I want this goal. But I had to learn as a person, because I'm that friend that just wants the best for you. And I'll be like, why aren't you doing what you said? I had to learn, stop. Just let them be.
Why do you think I walk away?
I had to walk away because I gotta let you.
I'll be feeling like they parenting at some point. I'm like, bro, what am I doing?
I said, let me stop parenting because I'm like, I'm not a parent. Let me, and it bothers me to the core because you want the best for them, but they're not doing what you know that can elevate them.
Sometimes you putting your energy more into them than you are into yourself.
You know what?
That's why sometimes I gotta leave. So now you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but you also gotta give them some grace and just take a break.
They don't see it in themselves.
They don't.
You see?
But, you know, like I said, when I come up here, like, I be getting passionate. I ain't gonna lie. She's kind of nerd right here. I ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, some people, that's why I say when I come up here and I'm, like, hanging with you or Grace or y'all seen Tyler on the podcast, Kaden, Sophie, it's almost like
they elevate you.
I grow. And, I elevate. And we don't even be as close as friends as I am with the people at home. And I'm like.
Well, Grace, what do you think made our friendship be able to get through those feelings?
Maturity.
No, whoa, babes, we had to work on that one. Big time.
Okay, me. I can't speak for other folks, but I was willing to change. It's different when you're willing to change. For me, I knew I seen our friendship going somewhere, like lasting way longer than college. So it's like when you evaluate your friendship for real, because even though I felt like, okay, because we felt it at the same time where we wanted to like pull away from each other, like I was like, I can't describe how I'm feeling, but like all I know is that I need space away from you.
Man, that should be the hardest when you feel it, but you don't know exactly what's going on. Like you can't pinpoint the problem. Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, we just agreed and came to terms like, okay, we need space away from each other.
Oh, that was that. I remember that.
When I tell you, I'm not gonna lie, the space, I learned so much during my isolation.
Period. That's why I'm at, girl. I ain't gonna lie to you, girl. That's where I'm at right now.
It was nice because I'm like, okay, now I can see myself in different situations. And I can truly say I'm not the same person. Being open, willing to change, seeing things from other people's point of view instead of just looking at it from your own. Because I had to see, like, okay, I had to learn basically all the things that I have learned growing up. I had to unlearn some of that stuff. Like when it came to emotionally dealing with folks, like in our friendship, I had to emotionally unlearn, like, okay, just because something happens, that does not mean that you shut down. And just because you can't find the words right now to explain whatever it is, how you're feeling, you can tell the person, like, hey, I just need space away to just, I'll get back to you on how I'm feeling, but, like, still communicate in a way of, like, even though I need space away from you, I can still get back to you on how I'm feeling. So I had to learn how to articulate my feelings without being rude.
That's be the hardest part, because it ain't on you. I went through that. I ain't gonna say give a time frame, but I went through that. Because it's hard, like, I see exactly, damn, Grace, we might be twins for real. Because, like,
I don't get along with neither one of them.
Anyway, because it's like you want to tell them how you feel, but you got to also, like you said, from the point of view of that person, you also got to remember, like, they have feelings too. So you got to find a way to say it nicely, but to still be honest, like, still be 100, keep it 100. Like, you don't want to, what's the word? You don't want to.
Because I was like, God, please articulate my words, because I was like, I don't know how to word this. I don't know how to word how I'm feeling. So I was like, I need your help.
I'll give you a specific, not specific. I'll give you like a more specific scenario. Let's say you've been talking to this dude maybe like a month and a half, right? And let's say he decides like, hey, I think we should commit to each other. You don't want to commit, but it's not like you don't want to still be with him type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really want to be like, hey, for me to be in a committed relationship with you, I have to be in love with you. I'm not in love with you. But you see how another person can take that?
Yeah.
I just feel like we need to keep going and see how this goes. What the fuck y'all goddamn raising your eyebrows and shit? Fuck y'all know that I don't know.
Nothing.
Getting out of here.
It is.
It is.
Well, I feel like the Oreo method is probably one of the best methods.
Sandwich.
Yeah, the sandwich.
What is that?
You give a little compliment, and then you throw in the
Hell
honest.
no.
No. In that situation, you would start off with like, hey, say I was the guy, I would start off with like, hey, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
But
and I appreciate it. Don't ever start a sentence with but, because it's already negative annotation.
Okay. She's playing game though.
You never, because someone already's already in the defense mode when you say the word but.
Because I had to catch myself
think
doing
about
that.
it. When anyone say like I like you, but you're already on the defense. The I like you is already canceled out. It doesn't even matter.
Saying, but how the fuck do you say that without them and try to get them to understand what you're saying?
I got you.
Like, I don't like you, but I like you a lot. We can get to the love part, but you know what I'm saying?
You start first saying, I like you. I enjoy where this is going. I want this to continue to grow further. Right now, I'm not ready for that. But I see the potential for that to go somewhere. That's how you spit it. That's how you spit it. And people don't know how to communicate. That's what I mean. I don't know why I've been around people who don't know how to communicate effectively, because it bothers me, because I'm like, almost every friendship, I think I've been in 2 relationships. One of the core reasons why both of my relationships did not work, it was lack of communication. And I've always been around people who cannot communicate effectively. And I think it goes back to the way Black people and other minorities were raised to just be like, hey, do because I say so. So they don't know how to articulate how they feel and express those feelings because they were never taught that in a young age. So here are the repercussions for that. So just a correlation.
So to go back a little bit, because you ain't said shit this whole podcast. You was nodding a lot when I was talking about how whether to leave a friend or not, depending on the circumstances. You been through a situation like that? Because you did give in your little ad-libs, yeah. What the fuck? Anybody got time for that shit? That's what you said.
I just feel like if it's draining to you, like if they continue over and over with the same thing, I feel like you should leave. Like, just leave them where they are. Because I feel like if it's draining, you're not going to get anywhere where you're trying to get to mentally. I would say, if it's draining.
Damn, this is y'all podcast.
No. I'm listening.
Everything pertaining to y'all.
I'm listening.
God.
I'm listening.
All right, go ahead.
It's just hitting. Go ahead.
You was spitting. My bad. I fucked it up, didn't I?
No, I was done after I said that last one.
So what y'all think the name of this episode should be? Y'all about to cry? Y'all like?
Yeah, I know I don't deal well with crying.
No.
I suck.
No,
I'll be like, yeah, it's okay.
no.
Okay.
We just, it's just reflecting back. Because it's, man, it all comes down to like evaluating yourself and your circle.
Yeah. I didn't realize. Go ahead, sorry.
If you can see like, okay, this person is worth fighting for, this friendship is worth fighting for, then okay, do that. But still articulate how you feel. If you feel like this friendship is draining, you should still be able to communicate that. See if the other person is willing to still be your friend. If they're not, then it's just like, okay, you gotta go in the mindset of like, okay, this can go one of two ways. Whichever way that it goes, you gotta be at peace with both.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Even
I'm
though
still learning from that one.
even though
like
it's
I told
hard.
you, it's that if I tell them how I feel and then they just shit in my face, then I'm gonna feel like I should never said it. But then if I say it and it goes right, but we still don't, you don't know which one you're gonna get.
Because I had to come to terms with like, okay, if I keep doing the same thing, doing what I want to do,
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Okay, just
even though it'd be hard, it's just like coming to terms with yourself. Like, okay, I've done this, taking an accountability for yourself. Okay, I've done this. These are the two consequences that could
Possibly happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, then you gotta be real with yourself. Like, okay, will I be okay? Even though it'll hurt,
Yeah.
at the end, like, yeah,
It could hurt.
yeah, you could still.
But it's gonna
be
hurt
like,
more if you don't try to figure it out, or try to at least give some effort.
Yeah.
So.
Because we could have been really talking. If it wasn't God, we wouldn't be friends right now.
So serious.
Big on that. But because like the friends that the person you're talking about, I felt like in our friendship that was me. Like I'm just like, okay, we need to get it together because I'm not tolerating this anymore. I'm tired. I'm done. Then when I finally was able to articulate it, even though I'm priding myself on articulating it, that was hard to articulate because what you're saying, I don't want it. It can flip either way. What if she just be like, oh, if you feel that way, I just don't want to be friends with you. Or what if she actually takes the time to hear what I'm saying and actually take it into consideration to try to make a change that will both mitigate how we feel.
Because I had to talk with G.O.D. way before that. And I was like, okay. I was like, how do I articulate my feelings in a way that's not rude? And I was like, okay. Also in growing, there's growing pains. So I was like, God, please help me to be uncomfortable. Help me to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
I felt that one.
Yeah.
Told y'all I've been too comfortable in certain situations. You know what I'm saying?
Because just because you're comfortable, that doesn't mean that you're benefiting from it.
And then sometimes if you stay now that comfortable thing, you start attracting the same people. I learned that too.
And I had to learn how to change. I think self-reflection is so deep. When you start changing the way you are, you attract different people. And I truly believe that. Because I've seen it and it's been a short amount of time. Like,
I'm telling you, it's only been like 3-4 months.
Mine started this summer. Once I started changing and really evaluating myself and holding myself accountable, the people in my circle started seeing me act different and they talk to me in different ways. Like, they may be like, oh, Shay, da-da-da-da-da. They'll come up to me like, Shay, how do you feel about X, Y, and Z? Even though I may not say, oh, I'm changing or I'm working on this and that. They already see it because once you work on your inside, it's literally just projects out. It's an internal, external thing. So once you work on your internal, you don't even got to say it. You attract certain things that you wouldn't even understand. It's above your past self caliber. That's the norm for your new self.
Because when you change, I feel like Because I was like, God had to check me. Because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I hope people see that I'm changing. Then he had to check me, like, just because you're changing, that doesn't mean, like, people should, pat you on the back, like, oh, yeah, you're changing. Good for you. The only opinion that matters is mine. Once I realized that, I said, okay, all right. I was like, just because I'm changing, that doesn't mean, like, oh, yeah, people should, like, automatically just pat you on the back.
And just because you change doesn't mean you're gonna attract the old people from your old times. Like, just because you change doesn't mean your friends are gonna like you. So, and I always feel like, what was I saying the other day? I feel like sometimes old people will come back in your life to see, are you still willing to make the same mistake twice? And it's up to you, like, oh, if I'm really changed, I shouldn't make the same mistake twice. But a lot of people do. And that's why I feel like, even in a relationship, once you say you're done with that person, why are you running it back? Leave. That's another talk for another day. But I'm done with my little spiel.
Y'all done? Y'all good? Y'all got it all out?
Tout fini. Passe un bon journée.
You got it out? You good, Kayla? Y'all want to shout out y'all socials?
I don't have none.
I don't have any.
Good, because I don't feel like editing that shit anyway.
Oh my gosh. I don't have
With the JayRay. Oh, sorry. Outro.
Oh, shit, wait. See, you fucking me up.
Sorry.
All right. I want to thank y'all for coming on the show, taking y'all time out to have this very deep conversation. Next time, can y'all come?
I can be light.
We need to have these conversations. But goddamn, I was hoping we come on here and laugh. It's Friday.
No,
and talk
I
about
wanted
some
to
stupid
laugh.
stuff.
Grace, don't start us off next
Sorry.
time, because you always hit us with the dark.
Yeah, she
Sorry.
went straight into it. I feel like deep down inside,
Sorry.
when you see the parallels of, like, damn,
Don't
Grace.
do her. Don't do her.
And I had to get like in the mind. Y'all know I play too much. I had to get in the mind. I had to get serious.
Sometimes we gotta be
Yeah, not all the time though. We just had a vulnerability episode.
That was a year ago.
Okay, tight shit. You got it there. She might have got it there.
We've changed since then.
Yeah,
A big lot.
yeah.
Big on the heavy on the change.
Kayla wasn't here, so she got it. She got to come on the next one, and then we see if she changes.
Yeah, see if you talk.
Please.
Y'all was talking about too much deep stuff. I ain't have too much to say.
We got to change her, y'all. We got to get her to open up. She needs to align her chakras.
I've opened up enough.
None of
she
that.
had me crying.
Shay, what the fuck? You think you a therapist, a voodoo therapist, or something? No, that was too far. My fault again.
I'm upset.
My fault, great. Somebody dap me up. All right, look, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching, listen to this through audio, we're on YouTube. So, damn, I don't know my stuff. So, what you shaking your head for? What you judging me for, Grace?
I'm not judging you. I'm just.
All right, we'll talk up camera. Damn, RTR JayRay? No. Real.T.Radio's Instagram. Real Talk Radio with 2 O's and TikTok. Oh, next episode, I'm not gonna lie, y'all gonna see a different side of me. So it's the episode I've been holding on since June, July. Yeah, y'all gonna have a different perception of me, but don't let that dictate how I am now. Who I am, who you know me as. Does that make sense? Or did I not word that right?
I got you.
Why y'all look like that? I don't see this one. I don't want to put out the episode. But look, I've been holding this since like June, July. So finally about to drop it. About an hour long. And yeah, y'all just look out for that after this episode. We out.